Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about negligent light discharge, okay? That's when you accidentally activate your light when you don't intend to. And the reason why we want to be aware of it is because at night it can give away our position, okay? Um, now, sometimes you might say, well, how can you be so stupid? Why would you be, activating the light accidentally? Well, here's the thing. Um, I do most of my night training in the wintertime, okay? And the reason for that is because in the winter it gets dark at 5 o'clock, so it's really convenient for me to do most of my night training in the winter. Most of the nights it's, well below 10 degrees, so I have to use a thick insulated jacket. I have to use thick gloves. So I need these switches on the light to be easy enough for me to operate with insulated gloves. So on the rifle, I like using the pressure pads. Okay, that's working out really well for me. It's if you got the light where you're pushing the button, right? If you got where you're pushing the button in, that can be really difficult when you have gloves, because sometimes I actually use even thicker gloves than these. But the pressure pad that's on here, you just push down on it, okay, and it's really easy to get that on. Okay. Question becomes, how can I possibly activate the light? Well, there's other things I do besides, sit here with the gun like this. Sometimes I gotta get the gun out of my way so I can pick up stuff, move stuff, climb over stuff, get into the position I want to be in. And while you're pulling the gun back around, and moving around, you can accidentally hit that light. Now, on the rifle, it is a little bit harder to do it than on the pistol. On the pistol, it tends to be easier. Now, on the pistol, I use the Streamlight. The Streamlight basically has that butterfly switch. What I find is that on pistol lights, if you're using thick gloves, it can be really difficult to get the light on if it's not an easy button. So I like using the butterfly switch on the Streamlight because that's really easy to get on. Okay, you just push down on it or push up on it. Now, let's talk about how I draw. First of all, the gun that I use for my night training in the winter is always either a double action only gun like this SIG 250 or double action single action. The reason is that when I come out of the holster, right, I need to get my finger in that trigger guard because I got this insulated glove. If I don't get my finger into that guard now, I may not be able to get it into the guard at all. So I need a trigger that won't accidentally set the gun off unintentionally. So I won't use like a Glock or any striker-fired gun with a light trigger. It has to be, it has to have enough resistance in that trigger that I can get it in there. And this gun has a very long pull. You can see how far my finger has to travel in order for me to activate that gun. So there's no way I'm going to set it off by sticking my finger in there. So I'll get in there, I'll go out to full extension, then I'll put my light on. I want to be at full extension before I put my light on, because if I need to fire, I can fire. Now, the light, especially with this light butterfly switch, I will often trip it when coming out of the holster or going back into the holster. As I'm going in and out of the holster, remember I have this thick jacket here, so that butterfly switch will, a lot of times, it will catch on stuff. When I'm coming out of the holster, I might activate it maybe once in 12 times, once in 15 times. When I'm reholstering, I'll usually activate it like 1 in 6 times. Just because there's, don't be shy about looking, okay? A lot of people make a big deal about, you're not supposed to look when you're reholstering and stuff like that. If you got gloves on, you got a thick winter coat on, you're not going to reholster until you're sure that there's no threat, okay? So at the point that you've already scanned the area, right? So you come out, right? Get your finger in there. You come out here, right? You put your light on, bang, bang, okay? Now you scanned, okay? You're comfortable that there's no threat, okay? If you need to look to, more than anything, I'm not looking to see where the holster is. I know what that is. I'm looking to make sure my jacket is out of the way. If you need to look, by all means look. And this is definitely not, when you got gloves and a thick jacket on, I definitely do not recommend Glocks and light trigger striker-fired guns for reholster, okay? Because a lot of things can get caught up and snag. I want a nice stiff trigger. But when we're doing our night shooting, the rifle is our primary gun. It is a little bit more difficult to accidentally activate this light. the pistol is easier. So the only time we'd really be going to that pistol is if for some reason the gun, our rifle was not working. But of course you want to practice with both. So just something I wanted to make you guys aware of. Negligent light discharge can give away your position. Okay, so that's something that you want to be cautious about. And some lights are more prone to it than others. I kind of see it as a trade-off. Okay, either the light's going to be too hard to put on or too easy to put on. Between the two, I would rather, I'd rather take the risk of the negligent light discharge as opposed to risk, coming up, right, and not being able to get that light on when I need it on. Okay, so I'd rather have the light that goes on, a little bit too easy versus a little bit too hard. And that's going to change depending on what you're wearing, because if you have a light that's like just perfect, where the buttons are just perfect for summertime, well, once you put your jacket on, you might find that now it's it's a completely different scenario. Likewise, a light that's perfect for your winter shooting, once you go to the summertime, you might find that you're tripping that light too easy. So something for you guys to think about. I'll talk to you guys soon.